Good morning and welcome to Gentle Yoga with the Rain of Blessings. I'm Felicia. Today we'll be taking reverse triangle as our peak pose. If you've been practicing with Eileen, we did this last week, and I'll walk us through reverse triangle. And we'll begin on our back. So if you have a blanket, you can lay on the blanket and allow just enough of the blanket to roll up under your neck with your knees bent and feet on the floor. Allow the knees to knock together. And we'll just come into our breathing with a 4-7-8 breath. And this is inhale for the count of 4, hold for the count of 7, and exhale for the count of 8. So if you prefer to close your eyes, you can do that and just find your neck in a very comfortable position. Relax the shoulders to the floor. Exhale completely. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slowly inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On your own, inhale, hold, exhale. One more round. Allow your breathing to return to normal. And we'll begin with our arms out in a T and bring the feet as wide as the mat and just allow the knees to fall over to the right. And then inhale back up to center and exhale, allow the knees to fall to the left. Inhale back up and exhale to the right. Using the full inhale back up and the full exhale, knees to the left. And then bring them back to center. And we'll take some turning with the head. You can bring the arms back in toward the body a little bit, or even place the hands on the belly. And tilt your right ear toward the right shoulder, and then turn to gaze over the left. Bring the head back to center. Tilt the left ear toward the left shoulder and turn the head toward the right. Back to center. 2 more times on each side. Right ear to right shoulder, turn to the left. Back to center. Tilt left, turn right. Back to center. Tilt right, turn left. Back to center. Tilt left, turn right, and place your right hand on your left temple. And just allow the gentle weight to open that shoulder, the left shoulder, and the side of the left neck a little more. And return to center. Tilt right and turn left. And bring the left hand to the right temple. And just allow the weight of the left hand to open, not pressing down, just allowing this gentle opening of the right side of the neck and the shoulder. Then back to center. And then can gently come up to a seated position and roll the blanket now, maybe with like in 3 parts so that it's a little thicker but a little wider, like 5 to 6 inches wide, so um, that it can support your lower back, and come down again with that folded blanket under the lower back. And we'll just bring the right knee to chest and release. Exhale, left knee to chest. Inhale, release the left leg. Exhale, right knee to chest. Inhale back. Exhale, left knee to chest. Inhale back to center. This time, exhale the right knee to chest and flex the foot and see if you can straighten the left leg along the floor and flex the left foot. You can move the right hip back and forth a little bit, opening up that hip, snugging it in closer, and breathing here. And release the right foot to the floor. Bring the left foot back to the floor. And bring the left knee to chest. Interlace your fingers the opposite way you did before. And stretch the right leg long along the floor. The knee doesn't have to be locked. It can be bent slightly or a lot. And then draw the left knee to chest. And sort of wiggle it back and forth, bringing the knee right and left, snugging it into the chest. And breathing here. And return the left foot to the floor. Right foot comes back to the floor. If you have a strap, we'll do some leg opening stretches now. We've done this a lot before. Bring the right knee to chest and place the strap under the ball mound of the right foot. And if you don't have a strap, interlace your fingers behind the thigh and still allow the buttocks to drape over the blanket. And then draw that leg in. And if you like, you can again stretch the left leg long. Keep drawing the right leg toward the chest. Pressing gently with the foot into the strap, even as the strap is gently pulling against the foot. Sort of a symmetry there. Push and pull. And then take both sides of the strap or the outside of your right thigh with your hand and open the right leg to the right. Stretch the left arm open to the left. And allow this opening. Try to keep the left hip on the floor. And then draw the leg a little bit closer toward your side. And breathe. And return the leg up to center. And take sides of the strap with your left hand, or you can have your left hand on the inner thigh and bring the leg over across the midline, not very far, just feeling that stretch in the outside of the right leg. Breathing here, draw the leg a little closer to the chest and back up to center. Bring the left foot back to the floor and cross the right ankle over the left knee and draw the knees in toward the chest. Flex both feet, and you can interlace your fingers under the thigh, or you can always take a block and put it under your left foot at any height and just allow this opening. You can press the right knee open with your hands, or if you have your fingers under the thigh or under the knee, you can use your right elbow to pry open the right leg a little bit. And breathe here, feeling this opening in the hips. And return the left foot to the floor. Stretch the right leg up one more time and return it to the floor. And then we'll take all that on the other side. So bring the left foot in, and if you have the strap, take it under the ball of the left foot and draw that leg in. Maybe you can stretch your right leg long on the floor, even as you're drawing the left leg in. Breathe. Breathe through the whole back of the left leg, all the way from the sits bones to the heel. Deep breath, steady breathing. And then taking both sides of the strap in the left hand, open the right arm to the right, open the left leg to the left. And just allow this opening of the hip, even as you're gently pulling that leg again toward the side. Breathing into the inner left leg. Try to keep the right hip on the floor. Can even use your right hand to press it down. I find it's better to keep my arm out though. And then draw the left leg up to center. Take both sides of the strap in the right hand and cross the midline. You can stretch the left arm out to the left side and breathe the outside of the left leg, all the way from the hip point to the ankle. Drawing it in a little closer to the chest. And release the strap. Bend the right knee and place the right foot on the floor and the left ankle over the right knee. If you used a block before, put the block under your right foot or interlace your fingers in the non-dominant way under your right thigh and see if you can use either your left hand or your left elbow to pry open the left leg a little bit more. Flex both feet. Draw the knees toward the chest. And release the right foot to the floor. Release the left foot to the floor. And stretch the arms up overhead. And with the feet about hip distance apart, knees directly over the ankles, we'll take some bridge lifts here. So lift the hips up and And then bring the arms back down as you lower the hips to the floor. And inhale, lift the hips and the arms. Take the arms up overhead. Lift the hips, press them up with the legs. And exhale, lower the hips and the arms to the floor. One more time. Inhale, lift the hips and the arms. Stretch the arms overhead and press the hips up. And exhale, releasing everything back down again. You can remove the blanket from under the back if you haven't already. And just take hold of your thighs and begin to rock and roll a few times on the back. Feel the massage of the back and then roll up to a seated position. And find your blanket and fold it as you normally would to sit on it. So sitting on your blanket with the right leg in front. And we'll draw the arms up overhead, palms touch, and side bend to the left, reaching through the right arm. Turning the head to gaze up at the inner right elbow. And twist to the left. Right arm behind, twist to the right. Left hand behind the right knee. And turning the head, lower the left shoulder down, away from the ear. And crossing the right hand over the left. And draw back, round the spine, drop the chin. Can lift the knees a little bit. Just sort of falling backwards, but holding yourself with your arms. And then inhale, open the heart and lift the chest. And release back to center. Inhale the arms up overhead. Side bend to the right and reach through the left arm. Turning to gaze up. Drop the right shoulder down. Even as he's stretching, pushing back a little bit with the right hand. And then turn and twist to the left. Catch the left knee with the right hand, left hand behind. Drop the right shoulder down. And turn the head and the eyes as far as they'll go to the left. Drawing the left arm over the right and catch the knees and round the spine back one more time. Then open the arms up, tip forward, lift the gaze and lift the heart. And we'll return to center. Come to all fours. Knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale one more time into cow. And exhale into cat. And inhale to neutral. And we'll tuck the toes and lift the hips to down dog. And pedal the feet out. Pressing the chest through the shoulders. Releasing the neck and head. And rise up all the way onto the toes. Lift the hips way high, pressing back with the arms. And then release the heels down to the floor. And we'll lift the right leg up and draw the knee to chest and step it through. And turn the left toes out at about a 45-degree angle. Feet are on separate tracks for warrior one, and wing the arms back and draw the arms up. Really firm the legs. Find a really stable, steady stance. And you can take the hands and turn the hips forward and then re-straighten the left leg if it bends a little bit. Lift the arms up. You can try interlacing the hands and extending the pointer fingers in Kali Mudra with the arms by the ears. And lift the heart and lift the gaze. Maybe you can sink down a little bit more in the right leg. And bring the arms back down. And we'll tip forward a little bit and spring off the left leg and draw the left knee to chest. And if you need a wall for this balance, you can step off the mat to the wall. Make circles with your left foot in both directions and squeeze it in. And release the left foot to the mat. And then find mountain pose just for a moment here. Everything strong, stable like a mountain. And then we'll just step the right foot back and turn the toes out for warrior one on the other side so the feet are wider than hip distance apart. Square the hips forward. And sort of, you can also kind of lift the right hip up and the left hip down and bring the arms up overhead. If you took Kali Mudra, you can interlace your fingers the opposite way. And again, extend the pointer fingers with the arms by the ear. You can always keep the arms apart in a high V. All these options. And strengthen the back leg. Sink down through the left leg. Open the heart up towards the ceiling and the gaze. And breathe. And then bring the arms back behind. Tip forward a little bit and spring off the right leg. You may have to touch down a couple times. And bring the right knee to chest. And squeeze it in. Again, you can always step off your mat. Remember to find an unmoving point to gaze at. You can circle the right foot in both directions and then squeeze the knee in toward the chest a little bit more. And release that foot to the floor. And now we'll take pyramid pose. So have your blocks next to your feet and step back with the left foot again. And this not quite as far back as you did or as wide as you did with warrior one. With both hands on the blocks, square the hips forward and reach through the crown of the head. Drop the shoulders away from the ears and come forward over the right knee. And then can bring the blocks forward and lift the left leg up in the air and flex the left foot. Point the toes straight down, standing L. Breathe here. Reach through the crown of the head. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Lift the leg a little higher and then bring it down hip width apart from the other foot. And step back with the right foot and we'll come to pyramid. Again, a narrower stance and not quite as far back. Just very comfortable so that your back can be really flat and parallel with the floor. And strengthen the legs, press into the floor. The right foot is slightly turned out, not quite as far as for warrior one. For pyramid pose, and reach through the crown of the head, draw the shoulder blades back and down, and then maybe bending the elbows, maybe lowering the block a level or two. You can always change the height of the blocks. And feel that stretch in the back of the left leg. Breathing here. Keep refining the pose. And then bring the blocks forward and lift the right leg up. And flex the right foot and point the toes down toward the mat. Reach through the crown of the head, standing L. Breathing here, balancing on the left foot. You can even try bringing your fingertips to the blocks so that you're not putting any weight in the fingers, just the left leg supporting us. And then bring the right foot down to meet the left. And with the feet about hip width apart, sink the hips down, way down, and then draw the arms up overhead for chair position. You can be knees slightly bent or deeply bent, anywhere that's comfortable for you, anywhere in between. Just find the right position and relax the shoulders even as you're strengthening the arms in a high V, and then gaze up and breathe. And straightening the legs and swan dive forward for a forward bend. Can take hold of the back of the calves or the ankles. And then really, with a slight bend in the knees, really plaster your torso on the legs, reaching through the crown of the head downward. And then maybe we begin to straighten the legs a little bit more than we did before. Just see if we can keep the torso and legs together. Can pull gently with the arms. And release. And breathe, just relaxed. Relax the knees. Relax the shoulders. And then we'll step back with the left foot again and rise up with straight legs. And then bringing the, actually take your block and bring it to the inside or the outside. The outside is a little more advanced of the right foot. So block inside or outside the right foot. And then come back up, take the right hand to the hips, square the hips forward, lift the left arm high in the air, strengthen the legs all the way through the gluteal muscles. And then slowly come down with straight legs to the block. And remember, the block can be at any height. You might find at the tallest setting works best for you. And then begin to twist and open to the right side, reverse triangle, and lift the right arm up in the air, strengthen the legs again, and turn to gaze at the right wall or even up at the right hand. Keep the left shoulder away from the left ear, really firming through the feet, strong legs. Keep breathing. And wing the right arm back down and take the block back out to the side and step the right foot back either into down dog or come down into a child's pose just for a breath or 3 or resting pose, whatever your resting pose is. And then we'll lift the left leg high in the air and bring the left knee to chest and step it through and have your feet on separate tracks like you would for warrior 1 or really more for pyramid since we just did pyramid. And wing the arms back as you rise up with straight legs and lift the arms high in the air. Open the heart and bring the left hand to the left hip. So you're squaring the hips forward, bringing the right hip a little bit forward. And then bring the right arm down to the block, either inside or outside of the left foot, whatever level you did on the other side. And then take the left hand to the sacrum, really reaching through the back, through the crown of the head, and begin to turn the chest toward the side wall, keeping the right shoulder down and relaxed. And lift the left arm up if your shoulders are stacked. And really firm the legs. Create a lot of stability in the legs. And breathe. And return the left arm down. Remove the block. Both hands on the floor. Step back and lower the knees as wide as the mat. And sit back for child's pose. And just rest and breathe here. And rising back up again, scoop through, and we'll come on our bellies to Sphinx pose. And tuck the toes and lengthen the legs and zip them together. And we'll be taking locust pose here in a minute. And breathe. Drop the shoulders back and away. And then lower down and really firm the legs. And lift the arms up. Wing them out and lift the legs together. Press together for locust pose. And breathe here. See if you can lift a little bit more. Pelvis is right on the floor. And release down. Stack the hands under the forehead. And shift the hips from side to side, releasing the lower back. And then we'll take bow pose here. So for bow pose, Eileen does this nice thing where you kind of bring both feet toward the buttocks, like kicking yourself in the butt. And then after a few times, you can try catching both feet at the same time. And then press the feet into the hands and lift up, balancing on the pelvic bone and the hip bones, kind of right on the belly button. And see if you can lift the legs a little higher. And release back down. Stack your hands the other way under your forehead and shift the hips from side to side. And then we'll just bring the hands under the shoulders and press back to child's pose. And again, if you need a block under your forehead for child's pose with the knees together, that can be a nice place for your neck. And then bring the arms behind you and make fists and sort of pound on both sides of your spine. You can come out along the sacrum and work your way up the spine, kind of as far as you can reach, and then back down. And release the arms down and just release all effort. We'll come into rabbit pose here, kind of a counter pose for the bow pose. So catch hold of your heels with your hands and remove the block if you had your forehead resting on a block. And then tuck your chin in a little bit and lift the hips up and roll onto the top of your head. Not a lot of weight on the head, just holding with the arms, rounding the spine and pressing the hips forward, even as your arms are preventing you from coming any farther forward. And we're kind of on the top of our head, but not putting a lot of weight on the head. Breathing here in rabbit. And release the hips back down. And using our hands, we'll press up to be seated on our heels. And if this is uncomfortable for you, always know that you can use two blocks, one between the feet long ways and the other perpendicular to it to sit on. So if that's more comfortable for you, to maintain the natural curves of the spine. So find your seated position, and we'll just take eagle arms. Bring the arms out to the side and wrap the right arm under the left and interlace the arms. And we'll lift the arms up with the gaze. Gaze at the tip of the fingers. And then squeeze the arms back in to the chest. And lift them up again. And squeeze back down. and unravel the arms. And then bring the arms out to the side, and this time we'll take the left arm under the right and lift the arms way up and away, gazing up, and bring the arms in and squeeze them into the chest, and lift them up and away, and squeeze down. Exhale all the air out. Release the arms. And take the hands on the floor, tuck the toes, and we'll lift the hips up and walk the hands back toward the feet. And horseshoe the hands over the knees. They can be pretty bent. And scoop up. This is a nice way to come up without a lot of strain on the lower back. So then we'll come to the wall for a couple more balance poses. We'll take King Dancer. So with the right hand on the wall, root down through the right leg. It can be a slight bend in the right knee. And then bend the left knee and catch the left ankle with the left hand. Some people like to have their hand on the inside. I find this is hard on my shoulder and my wrist. So I like to do the outside. And bring the knees together. Draw the heel to the hip. And then pressing the foot into the hand, reaching up through the right arm. This can be King Dancer right here. Or you can begin to tip forward, walking your right hand down along the wall and pressing the foot more and more, lifting the leg higher. And breathe, gaze forward, somewhere steady. And rising back up again, release the left foot and just step it out a little bit. We'll just take King Dancer on the other side. So you can have your left hand high on the wall. Root down through the left leg strongly. Firm the whole left leg. And then take hold of the right ankle and bring the heel to the buttocks, knees together. Squeeze it in and breathe. Then pressing the foot into the hand. Lift the heart, reaching out through the left arm. Tip forward about the same amount you did on the other side. That can be a little or not at all, or a lot. Breathe here. And rising back up again. And release the right foot to the floor. And now we'll come into a standing cradle. So bend the right knee deeply, right hand on the wall. Sit back into like a chair pose. And then cross the left ankle over the right knee. And reaching up through the crown of the head, drop the shoulder blades back and down and begin to tip forward, hinging at the hips, only at the hips, not rounding the spine. Keep reaching through the crown of the head. Maybe draw the lower belly in and breathe, flex the left foot. And rising back up again, release that. We'll turn and just take that on the other side. First, coming into a chair pose, and then cross the right leg, right ankle over the left. You can bring your left hand down low on the wall to assist, I like to have my right hand on my right knee and then reach through the crown of the head, hinge at the hips, draw the lower belly in. Breathe. And rising back up again, release the right foot, and we'll come back to the mat for our closing series. We can come down through a squat or any way that you prefer. If your knees are wonky, maybe you want to take a forward bend and then sit down. But I'll come through a squat, lift the arms overhead, palms together, and bending the knees out over the toes. Sit down all the way into the squat pose. So the feet are very wide here, as wide as the mat, and the toes are pointed out at a 30 to 45-degree angle, depending on the flexibility of your hips. And then reach again through the crown of the head, pressing the knees open with the elbows and breathing here. We'll take Kapalabhati. So inhale, exhale completely. Inhale about halfway and begin. And bring the hands behind us. We'll sit in a little, about the middle of the mat, and stretch the left leg along the floor and bring the right foot inside the left thigh. If you have the half lotus, you can bring your right foot into half lotus. With the left toes pointing straight up, flexing the ankle, turn the chest over the left leg and walk the hands out along. I like to have the left hand on the floor and the right hand on the outside of the left ankle. Reach through the crown of the head, draw the lower belly in, and forward bend. And once you're in your forward bend, don't come any farther than, don't round the spine as usual. Try to keep that lower back drawing in and breathe here. Walking the hands back along the leg. Bring the left leg right to the center of the mat and cross the right foot over the left leg. And you can stay here for your twist. Bring the right knee close to the chest and squeeze it in using the strength of your arms and strong left leg. And if you prefer or if you like, you can bring your left foot back by the right hip. I have to lift my right hip up to do this, but keep the right foot firmly planted on the floor and the knee straight up in front of you. And then bring your right hip down inside your left foot. And then take the right arm up and over and place the hand on the floor behind you and bring the left arm way up high. Twist, turn toward the right and hook the left elbow behind the right knee or wrap it. You can wrap it around in front. And then turn the gaze, turn the head to the right. And breathe here in this twist. You can always keep the left leg straight if you're finding this to be difficult. and turning the head to the left and releasing and bringing the arms to the other side for a little counter twist here. You can kind of round forward and allow the head to drop. And then we'll unravel the legs and stretch the right leg out to the right corner of the mat and bring the left foot inside the right thigh for Janu Shirshasana and walk the right hand outside the leg and take the left hand on the outside of the right leg. So the left hand is sort of pulling your chest to center over the right leg. And again, reach through the crown of the head and hinge at the hips. You can always draw the belly in to help this a little bit. And once you're in your forward bend, release the neck and the head, but don't round the spine. Pulling a little bit with the arms, pressing a little bit with the foot, and breathing. And rising back up, walk the hands back in, and take the right leg to the middle of the mat, cross the left foot over, and you can take your twist right here with the right leg long, or bring the right ankle next to the left hip. As long as you sit back down and you can keep your right foot firmly planted on the floor and the left foot firmly planted on the floor, left knee right in the center. Reach up through the crown of the head. Take the left arm up, over, and behind you, and either wrap your arm around or take your right arm behind the left knee and twist, turning the head to the left. And breathing. And then we unravel and just gently take a counter twist. You can allow the spine to round now and allow the head to relax. And then we'll stretch our legs out together. And with the hands pressed behind you, really reaching up through the crown of the head, pressing with the hands down. And then reach the arms out in front of you and we'll roll down slowly. So now you can round the spine to take this down. See how slowly you can go. Breathing, keeping the legs strong until your spine is all the way down on the floor. And then bend the knees and bring the feet in. And draw the shoulder blades together, arms right at the side, and lift the legs, draw the knees to the chest. And extend the legs a little bit with the knees still bent and press up with the arms. We're coming into half shoulder stand and keep looking straight up at the ceiling and scoop the hips up with your hands and stretch your legs long and breathe here. Close the eyes. Begin to observe your breath. Feel all the little details of the pose. You can even scan your body from the toes, down the legs, through the knees and the hips, and the shoulders, and the neck, and the head. And then allow the legs to come overhead. Keep the hips with your hands. And maybe your toes come to the floor for plow pose. And breathe here. If you don't make it to plow pose, you can always run your hands out along your legs to the ankles for longevity and balance on your shoulders. And then can release the arms to the floor and roll the spine down. And we'll come into fish pose, so palms face down under the hips and lower the legs slowly, using several breaths and the strength of the belly to lower the legs slowly toward the floor. Don't allow them to crash down, just bring them gently to the floor. And then you can bend one leg at a time and sort of draw the elbows under the back. So the elbows are closer together, and maybe you're sitting on your wrists or your hands, depending on the length of your torso. And then bring the legs long and straight and point the toes. Firm the legs, press them together, and lift the heart up come up onto your elbows, and allow the head to drift back and just touch the floor. And really open the chest here. Breathing deeply into the lungs. Exhaling completely. And then lifting the head up, roll the spine back down, and release the arms from under your back and stretch them out at about a 45-degree angle from the body. Maybe take the legs wider apart and shift the hips from side to side as we usually do, and then allow the feet to just flop open. And once you're symmetric and comfortable, just come into stillness and observe the sensations in your body. Observe the breath. Observe the temperature differences on the different parts of your body. Maybe your feet are cold. The bottom of the feet might be cold. As you exhale, your breath feels warm in your nose. As you inhale, feel the coolness. The lips are softly, the bottom lip is touching the top teeth. We're breathing through the nose, relaxing the mouth and the eyes, the belly. Keep the observations going, just noticing. And then bringing some movement back into the fingers and toes, gently opening and closing the hands. And then very slowly stretching the arms overhead, maybe yawning the mouth. Take some deep breaths here. And then bending the legs, roll onto your right side with your head on your right arm, or left if it's evening. Just gently comfort your body, breathing here. And with your upper arm, press the hand into the floor and very slowly press yourself up into seated position, this time with the left foot in front. And we'll draw the arms up overhead, palms together. Bring the hands to heart center. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed this.